Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Amnesia: The Dark Descent. This is episode 8. So last time we went into the choir, I believe, to visit the various torture rooms and collect pieces of the orb, as well as work on a serum to somehow free Agrippa from his body.
Oh, Baron, how much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
So we still need 4 pieces of orb and some Vitae before we can complete both of our tasks and go after Alexander. Sounds like this might be the harvesting room. Yep, we just turn him upside down, cut him down the middle. That guy looks very unhappy about his job, or very excited. Alright, I got a bucket with a tinderbox. We got another piece of orb. And we got a big old saw. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. So, do these pipes down here lead somewhere? The blood needs a vessel. Like, there's just the good shit down here, the Vitae, that we need. Okay, the lighting on this saw made it look like an item we could pick up. So we'll need something to dip down there. I guess something a little smaller. Wait, do we still have... We do still have the glass jar. The blood cannot be reached. Find a way to lower the vessel to collect the blood. Alright, what else do we got? The tar, we need to reassemble the orb. Poison gland and remains are for our serum. Yeah, so we don't have anything to attach it to yet. Well, there's rope here. I don't know how you'd really use that rope effectively, though. It's a little too thick to just tie it around. Alright, now the choir was full of monsters, but this one seems to be pretty empty for the moment.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Yeah, so Alexander tried to pass it off as, oh, these are all terrible condemned men, and not just random people that I kidnapped. Though I don't know how you accidentally set a man on fire. I swear I didn't know he was soaked in petrol.
Please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
So what exactly is this one? There's a lot of manacles here. They don't really look like they extend, though. So I'm not sure how they harvested this man. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. I guess they just hold him over this triangle and just kind of dip him on it. Alright, well, we got another orb piece in here. Trying to conserve a bit of oil. I guess we could just light these. There's nothing of importance in the hallway itself. Oh. We didn't get any explanation for what happened to this guy. So, is that the last piece? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there should be one more. Okay, we got a crank. This looks like a stretcherizer. Yeah, you put his hands in there, and then your legs in above. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Oh, never mind. I thought it was opposite. That works too, though. You put a weight on their feet and then raise them up there. And they just slowly come apart. Alright, none of these seem to be helpful for our whole obtaining process. Because we know a bucket won't do. Can't lower that. And that was not good for Daniel's sanity. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a knife. I only saw the white part, and I'm like, what's this little sliver? Alright, so we need one more piece of orb, and we still need some way to lower the container. So I guess we're going up. Also, there's still a man in here. That one's definitely a corpse and not a statue. Wow, it's suddenly much fancier up here. Oh, you're not looking so hot, Alexander. Why the long face? Just a little bit of crucifixion. Is the orb in here? I don't even have anything I can throw at it. This is just my nice, relaxing torture study. Oil? He always keeps these cylinders in this specific type of drawer. I wonder if I could half-life an enemy with this. Just toss it at him. Like a death frisbee. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting them form of torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the Vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Alright, there's our first official mention of the amnesia drink. We've only kind of had it hinted at before. Okay, so we got the string, and the string will let us get the Vitae. However, we're still short an orb piece. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Yeah, so clearly Alexander is not human, originally. He's not from our world, but he got stuck here. I guess then the question is that what he actually looks like normally?
She knows.
Okay, can't pull the painting off. Maybe I do have all the pieces. Let me try combining them. A more appropriate workspace is needed before the tar can be applied. Okay. So that's not clear if I do have all the ones I need or not. But we can put the rope around the glass jar. Obtain our Vitae, and then I guess we'll head back and see if we have a workshop to combine our orb pieces. Though I would think like any table would work. Alright, so we should have everything we need now to do whatever Agrippa needs to be free of his body. So, do we just combine these? Can't add anything directly into the blood. The substance needs to be purified first. Well, how do we do that? I mean, we got a piece of orb from each of those, so either I missed one in the choir, or there's one more somewhere specific. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. He certainly didn't seem to mind all the ones after that. Alright, so this was just to get the remains. Get that fish slime.
Ah, you again. You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transept. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Okay, so there's one more in the choir that I missed. I thought we did a full lap around the area. Remaining orb pieces can be found in the choir.
You're a good boy, Tonic. And I appreciate your compliment. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
It would not help Agrippa. Just pour the blood on his head. Yeah, that's where it came from.
Daddy, good to see you. You should hurry, Daddy. No time for...
See, I would think that maybe we need to purify the Vitae by causing terror in somebody, but this is already from somebody, so I would assume it's already sufficiently Vitaeized. Yeah, okay, that one we already read. There was a weird thing where it seems like drawers just kind of reset to being closed when you reload a save. Alright, back into the choir. That one we already read. So, maybe here is where we need to do the Vitae thing. Just making sure there's no orb hidden around here. It'd be funny if it was just sitting in this bucket. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything useful here. Making sure it's not tucked away in any of these corners before we go into the actual room. Because in the actual room, there are brutes who will kill us instantly. So I did read a little bit about this area, and apparently there's a spot where we can just get one of them to follow us off the edge. You know where that broken pillar is that I ran across? If you have one of them chasing you and you jump up there, he'll just run right off the edge. I do wonder if they're still here, though. So I think this one we did get an orb from. We'll check all these corners again. Alright, definitely not in here. I mean, it's not really easy to miss this stuff. They do glow. I'm suddenly surrounded by flies. I feel like we haven't had this effect before. There might not actually be enemies in here anymore because I'm not hearing any of their moans. I mean, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of footsteps, but those are sanity effect footsteps, I think. So I think this is where the mushroom was. Nope, never mind. I don't know, maybe there's a door I missed somehow. It's definitely not behind this rubble. Alright, one of them is still around, at least. I believe there are two in this area. So I don't remember if we got one in here. Oh, wow. I feel like I didn't notice the giant sledgehammer last time. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Again, not a lot of hiding spots for an orb. Is it under here? So I don't know exactly where he is. He was out there. But he might have wandered over here. Okay, so here's the broken path. So yeah, if I could lure one here, he would run right off. Unfortunately, I think I would die trying to jump on this because, you know, it's not an instant kind of jump. You have to kind of jump on it a couple times. So this is where the mushroom was. I am worried that there is an orb piece inside the bowl, and it's just stuck in there now because I can't open it while the fire's going. Surprised Daniel doesn't burn himself standing on this. Oh, there it is. I wouldn't even have noticed that glow before. Man, that's gonna piss somebody off in the previous episode. When I do that run around to make sure I didn't miss any. Because I remember running through the water in that room. Alright, so now we can leave. One thing I didn't realize too is that we can actually follow these pipes to the rooms. That's one of the things the article mentioned. It also said there's somewhere where there's vines in here that you can actually use to climb up on top of these pipes as part of a glitch. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Okay, that one I also read. I only remember the Damascus rose oil part of it. So now we need to assemble the orb and combine our potion. Once again, the shadow is catching up to us.
You have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Weyer's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands.
I thought we had all the ingredients, but clearly the fact that the blood is not purified.
All the orb pieces you need.
Are you just going to repeat that? I've got the blood. And I've got the mucus. But yeah, we need like a... Probably need a burner or something to put the blood on.
In your heart to gather the ingredients for Weyer.
Just trying to think where we'd have any kind of tools around here. A little workshop table.
All the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
Agrippa, you gotta chill.
If you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for...
I suppose I should read the note again, because it might mention how to purify the Vitae needed for the combination. Is this really all the notes we've collected in the whole game? So I'm trying to find the note we picked up from Weyer. But it really doesn't look like that any of these are the right one. And the alchemy experiment, leg outbreak. It's not in my inventory, is it? No. Substance needs to be purified. Okay, but how? Also, my lantern's almost empty. Or was empty. I would think that the laboratory would be the place to go, but of course that's boarded up. There's this one that won't budge. Making me wonder if there's actually something back there. Yeah, there's nothing really up here that would be helpful. Just wish I could show Agrippa the blood and be like, okay, what do I do with this? But he's just stuck on the orb now. I mean, it looks like it's budging. It actually looks like I could open it if there wasn't a bunch of boards here. I mean, you never know. It's possible I could have broken these off. It's curious that I still actually have the hammer and chipper, because that means there's still another use for it.
I see that all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Weyer's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save it.
I'm just at a loss right now for what to do, so I think I'll just look it up.
All the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
Because I think a bug has actually deleted my mixture note because I can't find it. It should be in here. It should be like right on this page. But it seems to skip from the sewer to here. Unless they're not in the same order, but I don't see it anywhere else here either. So that's weird. But I'll take one moment, quickly look to see if I missed something, and then we will come back.
There might still be a chance for you to save it.
Alright, so the quick examination of what we need to do is that we do actually need to get into that laboratory to purify the Vitae, and we can't do that until story progress lets us. So it's something we can't do at all, and it's very unclear that we can't do it right now. Which I always hate when games do that. When it's like, oh, we tell you to do something, and you have all the ingredients you need, but oh, sorry, you need a story progress trigger before you can actually complete the task. So we need to head to the chancel here.
Whatever it takes.
That was kind of shitty. Nope, nope. Hazel spent all summer in bed. He used to read to her after helping Father with his work. In his mind, he was like Shezarad, and as long as he kept telling the story, she would not die. Okay. We've been captured, even though he still stabbed us with his blade hand. Which does mean that he just told his servants to kill us.
Worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior.
Okay, we didn't lose our inventory.
You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Oh, so he locked us up just so we'll stay here until the shadow kills us, and then it will be satisfied by finally catching its target. Cell door is locked. Find another way out. Solid metal and in good shape. This is no use. Ah, but this one's not. Unfortunately, I can't fit through this small gap. You could, though. You could totally fit through there if you turn yourself sideways and, like, worm through. Some bricks are loose, but can't be removed by hand. Put the crank in there. That'll fix it. Alright, so that lost our hammer and chipper, but now we can just poke that through. I'm not really sure how that worked. We pulled on a piece of wood and it knocked down the whole wall. I cannot get out. They are coming. It's very well lit in here, though. In torture room number 5. Last prisoner note. There is little left to say. I write solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself of my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel the close walls comforting me. Long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of my wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape if only I could somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you and escape your clutches, and return with all the knights of the realm carrying pistols and sabers. In my dreams. In my restless dreams, I see your death. Alright. A corpse has appeared. Or was he here all along? Can we do anything with you? Drag your limp body. He only wants to grab the chest. It's the only place he feels comfortable touching this man. Tinderbox count of 45. Wow. I wonder if there's a statistic comparing the number of lightable objects in the game versus the total number of tinderboxes. Bucket. Tinderbox. Laudanum. We haven't really needed laudanum for a while. What's our health at? Yeah, we're still at a few cuts and bruises. Which I'm starting to think is Daniel's default state. Because I don't think we've ever seen it just be like, nothing wrong. Feeling good. Aw, the roaches have come to see us. I knew I could count on you, old friend. Okay, this is actually really hard to do when you're at an angle like that, because it doesn't seem to know which mouse movement is regular. I'm doing a circle here. Must be the other way. So this will somehow get us a key in a bucket. Bucket of water. Okay.
Kill them all! Burn this castle to the ground!
So we do need a key to get out of here. I thought we just, pour the bucket out. We don't have anything magnetic, do we? Oh, more oil. I wonder if we take too long, will the shadow actually just appear and kill us? Can I really not just, empty out the bucket? And I can't just put it back on either, can I? What else do I got to work with in here? Nothing in the cobwebs. All we know is that the guard dropped a key. I mean, it said it dropped it in the pipe. So maybe it's just that one pipe sticking out of the wall here. This one. Reach your arm in there. Oh. There's a key in the pipe, but it can't be reached. Ah, here we go. I had to think about that for a second, because I'm like, oh, the pipes wouldn't lead to the well. All right. Well, that was easy, to escape our imprisonment. But I guess Alexander's a little distracted. All right, well, before we find out how to get back to where we need to be in order to make our mixtures and our orb, we're going to end it here. And I'm going to say that we're very close to the end now. So until next time, I've been Shadefire, this is Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and thank you for joining me once again. Hope I'll see you folks next time, and take care.